everyone, and welcome to Feed Me Vegan. I'm Norine.
And I'm Steve.
And Steve is on the show today. He's a special guest, and we've got a great show for you today. But before we go into that, I need to let you know that our show, Feed Me Vegan, is in partnership with Vegan University through Animal Rights Coalition, and we aim to make veganism fun, entertaining, attractive, tasty,
and
affordable. That's a good one,
tasty,
too.
yeah.
So, we have Steve on the show because he recently won a big competition that Animal Rights Coalition was sponsoring. You want to tell us about what you won there, Steve?
Well, I got my prize right here.
So, yeah, go ahead and...
Who wants to see that one? So we had two categories. We had judges. We had 4 judges, and then we had audience participation where they would actually buy tickets, and they would, and then they would be able to vote with their money to see who had the best mac and cheese.
And I tell you what, you guys, people brought it this year. I mean, they do every year, but this year was, outstanding.
It was
and
really
you did
good.
a really, really good job. The judges panel was really legit this year, I feel like.
I thought
a lot
so.
of people, I think there was somebody from Herbivorous Butcher
There was,
there.
Yep. Mistress Ginger was there.
That's correct.
And
shout out to Mistress Ginger.
the executive director of CAA was there. And
Yep.
there was one more, and I'm sorry if I forgot your name. There was
Yeah,
4. There was 4. But
Yes.
Maybe they'll come to me.
Yes, but they're legit.
Yeah.
So we are going to be making his mac and cheese hot dish today for you guys. You want to take it away, Steve?
Well, I'd be happy to.
Put me to work.
Yeah, I will put you to work.
Right.
So anyway, this is a herbed feta mac and cheese. I've been teaching cheese making classes now for probably about 2 years through the co-ops. We do Mississippi Market and East Side Co-op in Northeast. And they're always well attended, and I typically make a cheese sauce and a feta, and I make some other cheeses also. But I thought mac and cheese is supposed to be kind of tangy or
Yes.
sharp, so that's what I was kind of looking for. So I thought, oh, this feta is nice and sharp with the acids in it, and I mixed it with a cheddar cheese sauce. So, and I'm not going to take credit fully for these recipes. Well, I'll take credit for the full recipe, but the cheeses were actually, the feta was from the Gentle Chef. Look him up on the Facebook or on the internet.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, and the cheese sauce, I actually kind of combined one of his recipes with another recipe. So I kind of combined those for a nice sharp cheddar cheese. And then we're going to make a cashew cream to go in there, just to kind of make it creamy and kind of spread that cheese out throughout the noodles. And so we'll go from there. So I didn't think you guys would want to watch me cooking noodles. So I did pre-cook the noodles. They are already ready to go. So then we will go out and start with our cheeses here.
All right, let's do it.
So the first one we're going to make is the herbed feta. Now, if you don't like the taste of herbs, feel free to leave them out. It's still a nice sharp feta. But the herbs, I think, give the mac and cheese a little more sophisticated flavor. So if you have children at home that might be a little pickier with the herb flavor, by all means, leave them out. But so today we're going to grab our ingredients over here. Did you grab those herbs right there?
Absolutely. Do we need the water as well or no?
Nope, that will be for the cashew cream.
Okay, something else.
All right. So we are going to use a tofu as a base. We're going to use just a half a block.
And is it firm, extra firm?
This is extra firm. You can use firm or extra firm. And this is just tofu. I've already pre-pressed it, but I use this fancy tofu press if you want to. If you want to go that far into.
That is miles away. I was telling him earlier before before the camera started rolling. That is miles away from what I use, which is just like 2 plates and like a jar or like a can of soup. This thing is fancy, and I'm assuming you can get that online probably.
Yeah, it's on Amazon for about $20. So.
Good old Amazon.com.
Right.
Shout out to those guys.
And then. I've seen people make them themselves. You just buy the stainless steel hardware and a couple of PVC plates.
If you're super inventive.
But I just wanted to kind of show that this water packed tofu's got a lot of water in it. And even though I pressed it a couple of hours ago, we're still going to get water dripping out of there. We want to try to get as much water out of the tofu as possible. so we can have a nice flavor and texture to our feta, especially if you're not putting it right into the mac and cheese, because this feta will do, once we get it together, once you put it in the refrigerator, it will actually become a nice crumbly feta. You can put it in salads or wraps. And this is one of my favorite cheeses.
I love the words that are coming out of your mouth,
right?
Steve.
It's
Keep
really
talking.
good. So you can just see, I don't know if you want to see all that water just coming out of there, but try to get as much of that as possible. Now with the tofu press, you can see it presses it a lot more evenly than the book.
Look
I
at
still
that
use
go.
the books from time to time.
Yeah, I think that's, you
This
know.
is just a fancier gadget.
Yeah, I think you're, like I said, miles ahead of me on that game.
Okay. So basically, once that's done, I'm going to consider that done. We're going to put everything into our food processor. And I will just have you.
Okay. Yeah, I
crumble-
get to do
I'm
something.
gonna let's take this off.
Okay.
And we're just going to take the tofu out of the press, and we're just going to crumble it up in there.
Okie dokie, I can do that.
All right. And then we're just going to add all our other ingredients. So this is really simple. Once you have the tofu pressed, we're going to throw everything in here, and we're going to
Blend the crap out of it.
we're going to make it nice and creamy. And then if we were going to use it as just a feta in a salad or a wrap, then we would refrigerate it for a few hours because it's going to have coconut oil in there, and that's going to help firm it up. Coconut oil, once it's in the fridge, will get nice and firm.
So these ingredients are versatile. Like I could.
Yeah, this could be used on its own. The cheddar cheese sauce we make later is going to be
I
able
love
to
it.
use it on your own.
I'm all about this. All right.
So
Let's do
put the
it.
coconut oil in there.
All right.
And then we need to measure out our apple cider we're going to use white wine vinegar. This
Yes.
gives it a nice flavor.
Should I put these herbs in there too?
Oops, go the other way. Oops, going the wrong way.
You got it.
All
There you go.
right. Yep, this is lactic acid, salt, and our herbs. Now, lactic acid you do not have to use. I have not been able to find it locally in the Twin Cities. So I ordered it from Amazon, and I've actually got what I buy right here. This will last a long time in your cheese making. So if you really get into making cheeses, this gives it an extra sharp bite than
Where can you find that?
on Amazon.
Did you just say that? And yeah, okay.
I might not have said that.
Amazon.com for everything, people.
If you can't find it locally, which I prefer to buy locally, but anyway.
So dump that in?
Dump that in.
Dump that
so
in.
that has that in there already.
Alrighty.
Or if you don't want to go through that expense, you can use a fresh lemon. Use 4 teaspoons. It's basically 4 to 1. If you're going to use lemon, if we're using a teaspoon of lactic acid, we're going to use 4 teaspoons of this. If we had a half, we'd use 2 teaspoons of this.
All right.
So the lactic acid is going to give it a nice, sharper taste to it.
Like a tang.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking
Because
about.
that's what feta is all about. It's about salt, tang, and fat, and that's what we're going to have all in there. And then
All things I like.
right? And then we're going to use 1 tablespoon
All right.
of this.
Of this guy.
All right.
Alrighty. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar. Okay. Oh,
And we throw the
Knock
lids on the
that out.
floor.
Yep.
Always throw the lids on the floor.
absolutely. That's how you know it's good.
Right? Okay, so then we want to hook up our machine.
Okay, now you might want to do this because I might screw it up.
All right.
Because
Set it
I don't have
down.
a big fancy one like you.
Yeah, this one was actually a wedding gift. And so
Oh,
we've been
nice.
married. We just had 28 years.
So this thing is
anniversary a
20.
week
It's
ago.
old. Well, it's almost as
couple
old
weeks
as me.
Right? Exactly.
And it's
It still works. We're just going to give it a nice blend. Oops, am I in the way? Oh, she died.
Good deal.
We just wanted to get nice and creamy. And we're pretty much at our consistency
Oh,
here.
good. Well, let's show them what that looks like,
So
huh?
which camera we look at here? You got the super zoom.
There we go. So nice
That's what I
and yeah,
Nice and creamy.
Yep. It looks like
Crumbly.
Feta. Yep.
So I would throw that in the fridge if I wasn't going to use it right away in this recipe. But I'm going to use it, so we don't really need to refrigerate it.
Okay.
But if I wanted to have some wraps later, this would go in the fridge and be nice crumbly feta.
Hungry.
Okay.
All right.
So
What's
that's,
next?
That's done. 1 cheese down. So you can
Heck
see how
yeah.
easy some vegan cheeses are to make.
Heck yeah.
So now we're going to make a cheddar cheese sauce.
Alrighty.
I've got all of our ingredients lined up over here. I'm going to bring them over here for the moment. Oh, yeah, we need this, but not that.
Not this.
Okay, that's going to be for our last cashew cream. So then we are going to just basically whisk everything together in our pan. And we're going to cook that till it's a nice cheese-like consistency. So we're going to start off with 1 3/4 cups of plain soy milk. You don't want to use like vanilla or sweetened because that's going to kind of ruin our effect. So,
Okay, we do have a thing here. Oh, you got it?
let's get water.
Well, we gotta, if you want to be real.
Okay,
So 1 3/4 cup?
1
Okay.
And then I've pre-measured a 1/4 cup of just canola oil. You can use any kind of mild flavored vegetable oil. And that'll go in next.
Making a mess.
Put our liquids in here first.
Alrighty. Alright, and
And then
then.
we'll put in our oil.
Excellent.
And then we'll put in our apple cider vinegar, which will be, double check, it's a teaspoon. A teaspoon of that. So the recipe will be on the internet when this goes up on YouTube, I believe.
Okay, and then.
And then, so all the other ingredients I kind of pre-measured here. So then we're going to use nutritional yeast, which is kind of a cheesy, nutty. It goes in a lot of vegan cheeses. And then underneath there is tapioca flour. So I kind of put them all together. Tapioca flour is a nice mild flavor. It doesn't have much of a flavor, and it's really fine. So you can use other kind of flours in here, but I don't recommend it because this is much finer.
Now, is it true that this is kind of an emulsifier? It acts kind of eggy?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a good thickener. You want to use a mild thing in gravies. This is a great replacer. Bob's Red Mill, they sell it in bulk at some of the co-ops. And then we have white miso, just a mild, mellow stuff. And we're going to throw that in there. It's fermented soybeans. And that gives it a nice, that's got a nice sharpness to
miso.
that. Yep.
Ugh.
Then I did pre-mix all of our
Spices?
Pre-mixed all of our spices. So in here I have tomato powder. You can use tomato paste instead, but I have tomato powder. And I got salt, and I got ground mustard, onion powder, smoked paprika, some of that lactic acid again. You could use lemon juice. Turmeric, which is going to give it a nice golden color, and a dash of cayenne, because cheddar typically has a little bit of a bite to it. And then we'll throw that all in here.
Awesome.
And you got her cooking, so we probably want it over medium heat. Go down to about 5.
Thank you.
So we don't burn it. And then we're just, once that is all thoroughly combined, then we're just going to start slow mixing it with a spatula, which I put over here. I'm going to get this off of here. All right.
Yeah, it's what it looks like.
It doesn't look like much now.
No, it doesn't look like much yet.
But
So I'm sorry, maybe I said the tapioca flour is an emulsifier. What I think I meant is it's a thickener, right?
Well, thickener, I think it helps really combine the oils in the.
Okay.
We did put oil in there, and we put soy milk, which is kind of
Right.
a water-based product.
I kind of get nerdy about like the chemistry of things.
Oh,
but
I was talking to somebody at the contest, and she was like a food scientist. So
But I
that's
guess who was
cool.
the worst at chemistry in high school?
Oh.
This girl.
So anyway, while she's doing this, maybe we could talk a little bit about why we're vegan.
Yeah, well, Steve,
You were
how
vegan before
remind
I
me?
was.
Yeah, how long have you been vegan for?
It's 4.5 years now I've been vegan. We were
Wow,
vegetarian
good for
for about 10 years before that. Our youngest son, Joe, wanted to go vegetarian, and we decided we would try it for a little while. So we did, and it stuck. And then we kind of found out what was happening in the dairy and egg industry. So we thought,
Sure.
well, Amy needed to, my wife Amy, needed to go vegan right away. So we did. And the one thing I was going to miss was cheese, especially on pizza. But I did find lots of recipes online, and the Gentle Chef, I can't recommend him enough. He helped me with his mozzarella is fantastic. So if you ever want, I do have a cheese making class coming up at the Eastside Co-op, so check their website. It's the first Saturday of June with whisk. So we're just gonna just stir that until it starts getting, it's gonna start kind of looking a little bit like curdly, and then we want to spin.
Do we think maybe we want to
Let's
turn
bump her up
Yeah.
just a touch, because it is electric.
Yeah.
Electric, you might want to go medium high, gas maybe medium.
And what we're looking for is for it to thicken up a little bit.
Sure.
Is that what we're looking for?
Yep. It'll start actually kind of looking like it's going to separate. It's going to look. So we'll show the camera over here when that's ready to do that. But then we want to mix it really fast to kind of bring it back together.
Okay.
And a lot of the cheese recipes, you'll find that when you're mixing oils and waters together, you're going to run into it's kind of trying to separate, because oils and waters don't like to be together.
So we're gonna bake it in your trophy here. Your trophy hot dish pan.
This is my second time using this, so it's gonna get used.
I wonder if that's what meta is like to be making it in the trophy that you won the hot dish thing in. I don't know.
Right?
I think about that stuff a lot.
I like the way it. I just want to
this
give it a
smells good.
nice slight barrier here.
Where would you get that big tub of coconut oil, Steve?
Well, Sam's Club used to stock it.
Oh, there you go. My parents shop at Sam's Club.
So if you want
Shout out
to
to
get
my
that.
parents.
But if you don't do a whole lot of cooking with coconut oil, then I mean they got the smaller containers at any of the markets there.
Okay. All right.
All right. But since I teach classes, I need to use it a lot. I buy it in bulk when I can.
Yeah, you and your wife are pretty active with Animal Rights Coalition. What does your wife do?
My wife mainly does like dine outs, and she teaches new dine out new leaders, and she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes too. But sure. I do the cooking classes, and I do grocery shopping tours, and I'm on the board of directors. And,
that's why Animal Rights Coalition is so awesome lately.
Right.
Because you're on the board.
Start going a little bit faster. And
Okay.
That's actually starting to go. There.
Yep, I can see it. Yeah.
Maybe show that camera.
Yeah.
Tilt it up a little bit. Oh,
I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's.
Go down. There we go.
But there's like chunks.
It's starting to chunk. So
Yeah,
now we
so
want to
you'll
start mixing it a little faster so we can get all those chunks into a smooth consistency.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to drain my cashews. We're going to make a cashew cream to kind of make it go, get a nice cheesy consistency, and it helps spread the cheese throughout the mac and cheese. So basically, you can use any kind of plant-based milk for this. I like the consistency and taste of the cashews. So I'm just going to use a 1/4 cup of pre-soaked cashews, which I did at home, and then a 1/2 cup of water. And I do recommend, well,
no worries.
Down.
No worries, we'll clean it up.
Add it? No, I was kidding. Not thinking.
No worries.
All right.
I think that's happened before. People, yeah.
Not thinking. So we're just going to throw them in our blender. Now cashews get really nice and soft, so any blender will do on this.
And what we were talking about before, Steve, in a pinch you can boil them if you want to?
Yes,
okay.
you can. Just boil some water, put it in the cashews, and you can soak them for 1/2 an hour or something.
Okay.
But if you're going for more raw, then...
To keep the nutrition in the cashews.
Right.
Now, you guys, this thickened up real nice, so I want to show
do it. Yeah,
the camera
perfect.
again.
So that's good.
One
we should set
more
that aside.
time. That is a sauce. If I've ever seen one.
So this sauce, when you put in some cayenne pepper or some chili powder, makes a really good nacho cheese sauce.
I
Dip some
bet.
chips in there.
I bet.
Pour it over enchiladas.
This is versatile, people.
It is very
It's
versatile.
versatile.
Make some
All
mac
right.
and cheese.
So we got our cashews in our Wawa.
Yep, so we're just going
All
to
right.
throw that on blend. All right.
Perfect.
So now we would put everything together since we already pre-did our noodles. And we would just take our pan of noodles and we would add everything to it and mix it up and put it in our pan.
So we're using here like a big a big macaroni noodle. It's a jumbo
Yeah,
size.
I use the jumbo. You can use any kind of size.
You're
you want.
right.
So
Do
just
you?
pour that in there.
Okay, so pour the sauce in the noodles. Oh my gosh, it looks so good, Steve. I can't even. It smells good. It looks good. You said a little cayenne in this?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, give it a little heat. Or like some Cholula on top of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That is my jam.
And then we're going to.
Sorry, I'm very thorough. You have
Yeah.
to be
Well,
patient
good.
with me.
You gotta get every last drop of that cheese. in there.
Exactly.
No cheese
All of it.
wasted.
All right.
So then we're gonna
What's
put
up with
that
this?
in
Oh,
there.
whole cheese,
Oh, you got the
alright.
spatula right
Yeah,
there.
let's do that. Oh man, look at this. Okay, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. And here we go. Oh man, it's gonna be so good, you guys. Okay, and then.
I do recommend maybe using a strainer just in case there's a few stray nuts coming out. But we'll just throw
So
our
detail
cashew.
oriented, Steve.
Yeah, I'll try to be. I mean, you don't want to bite into a cashew or something. It might,
That's
well, It's
true.
not going to really ruin it because they're soft, but especially after we bake it.
You know, it might ruin somebody's day. I don't know.
Okay, and then
You
gives
don't like
that a nice
cashews?
mixing. It's going to mix all those cheeses together.
So this is what I'm doing. Mixing it.
Just mixing it. Look at. Now, I was talking to somebody, Soul Space Animal Sanctuary did a fundraiser this past weekend.
Oh, I
and
love them so much.
somebody said that they had made this mac and cheese because it is posted on our website or our Facebook page. And
On Animal
said-
Rights Coalition?
Yes.
Okay.
and then
Well, there you go.
she said she had made it both baked, which we're going to do today, and just like this. And she said they both are good, but baked is better. And I would
Okay.
agree because we're going to put some breadcrumbs on top,
Oh,
and it's
dang.
going to give it a nice little.
All right.
little crispiness on top.
So we're ready to pour this in there. And
do you
then,
need a hand holding that?
you
or
know,
scoop?
do you want to scoop it out while
I'll
I
scoop
just...
and you.
Yeah,
pull.
sorry you guys might not be able to see this very well, but it looks awesome. I will show you in a
Very
second.
creamy.
Oh my God, that looks so good. I
Right.
can't even wait to
Smells
put
good,
this
too.
in my mouth.
All right.
All right, good.
So then we'll just give her a little spread. You can use any kind of breadcrumbs, as long as they don't have eggs in them, because that's terrible. So I just use these panko ones. They're
Oh, yes.
organic and they're from Cub, but they're as much as you want. You just want to give it a little crispness on top. And then this would just be baked in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's going to get a nice crispness to it. And
Look
voila.
at that. I am so pumped to eat this. I can't even tell you. So maybe like a little smoked paprika on top.
On top?
Or,
Oh yeah, that would be a good addition.
or like some cayenne, or if you guys like to douse it in hot sauce like I do, I'm
Right.
pretty sure that would taste good too.
Yeah.
So we throw this in the oven for how long? And at what
45
temperature?
minutes to an hour. 350. Sorry,
350.
I should have said that.
350, and voila,
Voila.
amazing mac and cheese.
We'll get the finished product out in just a second.
Yes.
We did pre-make a pan. So
Let's show you how good this can look.
Right.
Okay, and we are back. So here's the finished product. You guys, we threw this in the oven, and it's nice and warmed up now. Doesn't that look amazing?
And look at that. It changed the pan.
Yeah.
The magic
As well.
of television.
I know. Ooh, so mysterious. Okay,
So
so
she's going to dig right in here.
all right.
And we're going to give this a try
Oh my
here.
God, it's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. Hopefully we warmed it up enough.
It was still warm when I brought her in.
Okay, that's good.
So it just
Okay.
needs to be a little warm. Then to keep
Okay,
the
now you
top
want me to
crispy.
try this?
Oh, you got to
You
try.
already know that I-
You've tried
Okay,
it.
you guys.
All right, dig
My-
in.
Shut the front door.
It's
That
good,
is
isn't
so
it?
good.
Yeah.
You guys make this. We'll have, our YouTube segment here, and then we'll have his recipe at the bottom of it. It's apparently already on the Animal Rights Coalition page,
It's either the Facebook page or the
as it should be.
website.
This recipe should be known by everybody. This is an amazing recipe, and I am a mac and cheese snob, so take it from me.
All right.
Yep. This is
praise
very,
that.
very good.
All right.
So,
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me
Steve,
on
thanks
again.
for joining us.
It was an awesome
Or
time.
me.
And you, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Chelsea who couldn't make it today.
Hi,
We love
Chelsea,
you.
we love you.
But Steve, thank you so much for being on the show, showing
for
us
having me.
the wonder of your amazing mac and cheese. Go take a class from him. Eastside Co-op and Mississippi Market in St. Paul, right?
Yes, the next one is June. I forget, the first Saturday of June, so I think this will be out before then. And then when we're doing the one in September at the Mississippi Market.
Excellent.
So.
Yeah, well, he knows his stuff about cheese, people, so go take a class from him. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye.